Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching The Goonies by Richard Donner, starring Sean Astin and Josh Brolin. As you might already know, I am familiar with Donner's work as I've watched Superman before and more recently Scrooged on the channel, which I very much enjoyed. Do check that out if you have the time. About The Goonies, I know that the story was written by Steven Spielberg, which in itself is a good enough reason to watch the film. Furthermore, I don't believe I've seen either Sean Astin or Josh Brolin's acting when they were teenagers. That'll be interesting to see too. I've also been told to expect a coming of age or an adventure film, and I might recognize a few actors in their younger years too. It's a cult classic and I cannot wait to watch it. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reaction to over 40 movies, early access and weekly polls for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along, of course. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. The Goonies, Donner, Astin, Brolin. Let's go. Steven Spielberg and Richard Donner. The Goonies. I've heard about this film before, but never watched it.
Do you really think I'd be stupid enough to kill him? Kill him.
Oh!
Come on! The lock! Let go of the handle!
Hey, is that Joe something? He was in Bad Boys and The Matrix. I forgot his last name, but I definitely recognize him. Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman! Hey! I watched him recently on Stand By Me on the channel.
Turn that TV off, son. I can't hear myself think.
There's Corey Feldman. Joe Pantoliano. I know that actor too. He's more famous in recent years. Nice.
Trusted your old mother, boy.
Oh, they're a family. Screenplay by Chris Columbus. I think he directed the Home Alone films. I know him too. Okay, there's a lot of recognizable names here.
I need this house. I can't wait to get out of here.
Oh wait, that's Sean Astin. And Josh Brolin. Look at him, he's so young.
We gotta be going out in style.
Those Mad magazines were so common in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s.
It's Chunk.
Chunk.
I just saw the most amazing thing in my entire life. First, you gotta do the truffle shuffle.
They're all picking on the overweight kid. Okay, these kids, they're definitely creative and they can invent stuff.
There's two cop cars, okay? And they're chasing this four-wheel deal with this real neat ORV. It's the most amazing thing I ever saw.
More amazing than the time Michael Jackson came over to your house.
Oh, it's that inventor kid with the James Bond music.
I bet you guys thought I was gonna drop it, huh? I know you would think that from good old Chunk.
You idiot!
What? Peace! What? Oh.
The penis broke off.
This is the attic. Mr. Walsh doesn't like anybody up here, ever. I guess that's why it's always open.
So tortured. And he does the thing. Mouth is my favorite character so far.
I would really like the house clean.
He's just trolling.
Clark, can you translate?
Si no hace buen trabajo. Sin comida.
Okay, Rosie? Okay? What is that? That is a mess. I want it cleaned up, boys.
Oh, yeah!
And here is where I assume the adventure starts. The adults are gone and it's only the kids.
Hey, Mikey! Mikey, what?
Something's definitely got Brand's attention.
It's about the history of Astoria, and
Donner's keeping the dialogue very natural and chaotic. I like that.
you know, and it's got this big thing. Hey, Mike found the map. Hey, look.
Actually a real map because the father is some sort of museum curator.
One-eyed Willie.
See, One-Eyed Willie stole treasure once. It was full of rubies,
Wow, Sean Astin
emeralds, and
really
diamonds.
does know how to act even at such a young age.
And then he got into this cave, and then British, they blew up the walls all around him, and he got caved in, and he's been there ever since. Forever? Forever. And ever? He told me that One-Eyed Willie and his bunch were down there for 5-6 years, and they were digging all these tunnels and caves, setting booby traps. Booby traps.
Booty traps.
Why'd he kill all of them? Well, because he didn't want them to get to his treasure.
No, sir. Actually, she's not at the market buying Pampers for all her kids.
The sarcasm in Brolin's voice.
I'd pay all my dad's bills. Then maybe he could get to sleep at night instead of sitting up trying to figure out a way for all of us to stay here. Yeah, me too.
Oh. They've been implying it from the beginning. They have to move out soon.
If we don't do something now, there's gonna be a golf course right where we're standing.
Oh, they all have to move.
Hey, Brian, hop off in the stretch tag.
It's not that hard.
They're just going for it. I'm really enjoying all the characters. They all have individuality and they're unique. So just like Stand By Me, it's a bunch of 4 boys.
Hi, Mikey.
Hi, Dad.
Historical museum. He's the curator here.
I owe you one.
You're the one who always gets us in trouble, 00 negative. I'm James Bond 007, not
00
00 Guys, I'm hungry.
There's so many small laugh out loud moments in the film so far. I'm really enjoying it.
Take a 1, 2, 3, right. Up there. Let's go get it. Let's see.
Touch that mirror again, I swear to God I'm gonna smack you in the face.
Oh, like the bike.
What is he doing?
So these kids must be at least 16 since they're driving.
Hold on. Here we go.
That was extremely dangerous.
I think I have a match. I'm 60 and another 40 is an even 100. Right to the old restaurant.
Gotta
Rich
be
stuff is gotta be.
Just because of puns, and they might try to kill us.
So we know who the scaredy cat is out of the group. Ooh.
Looks like the cook is carrying something to the kitchen or something. Yeah.
It's the criminal family we saw at the beginning of the film.
This place is a summer restaurant. Looks
They're
like it has
way in over their heads. Oh my god.
How many of you boys open up that window?
About a fettuccine, a 1981.
Bottle of fettuccine.
Thank you.
Oh no, he's going to see something that he's probably not supposed to see.
Look at the feast I want to eat it? Hey, have some. Come on.
What? What is it? Oh. I didn't catch a proper glimpse, but I think it might be a mentally challenged person.
A giant! They got it chained to the wall. When it came into the light, it was all gross.
It's probably not a giant, just a disabled person who they have chained up for some reason.
Bullet holes in the car, this big.
They're not that big.
Our last chance to see if there really is any rich stuff.
That scared me.
Oh, it's the other kids, okay.
You know, I got some naked pictures of your mom taking a bath. You want to buy them?
What?
Real cheap.
They're always taking advantage of Chunk.
Come on, Mikey. We're going right now.
Sounds like Kong. Right about here must have been when we said we gotta get to the lowest spot. And I can't stand no more. I got it! I got it! I got it! I don't got it.
Deposit bottles were a big thing back in the day. I don't think they're very popular now.
Brand is being so sweet.
Oh, come on! Come on!
It's a money printing press. That means those Italian criminals were counterfeiting money.
That's the guy from upstairs!
Oh, they're the Italian mob or the mafia.
And they got chocolate eruption.
Oh,
And they got
it's just ice cream.
Alton and what?
Oh crap, that's actually a dead person. Now they're home. I think the mentally challenged person in the basement is also their relative. I'm guessing one of the brothers.
Fireplace, Brand, it's the only way out.
Guys, I'm stuck with the stick. Help! Ah! Guys!
Oh no.
Somebody's been here. The cooler's broken.
Listen, guys, I'm the oldest. Now I'm in charge.
I love the dark, but I hate nature. I'm just stuck here! Could you please take me to the sheriff's station? I can describe all three of them.
Oh no. Oh.
He's only a kid.
That was a fun cut.
Now tell me where your other little friends are.
The fireplace.
Don't lie to me.
Oh, we found them out. They said they're underneath this
Yeah, he's
place.
spilling all the
Great
beans.
treasure.
How many more years do I have before
She's freaking out.
my hair falls out, before I look like him?
During lunch, I got nuts, and I pigged out.
He's spilling the beans on his entire life. I love the antagonists, the villains in this film. They're a little cartoonish, like Home Alone.
See, they said the last guy who went looking for the witch stuff, he said he went in, but he never came back out.
It is Chester Copperpot.
Where are you going?
I'm setting booty traps.
You mean booby traps?
Booty traps. Oh, it must be the key.
Look at this.
It is a booby trap. I'm getting a little Indiana Jones vibe as well from this film. It is an adventure film, not a coming-of-age movie.
I mixed up all this fake puke at home.
He's still going on!
And then I went to this movie theater.
I'm beginning to like this kid, Mom.
Hit puree.
It's a beautiful waterfall.
Those are coins. Gold and silver coins.
Oh, look at the witch stuff. This is a wishing well. Look, stop. You can't do this.
Why?
Because these are somebody else's wishes.
Yeah, but you know what? This one right here. This was my dream, my wish. And it didn't come true. So I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back.
You know, maybe we should keep him alive just in case he's in line.
Good idea, Jake. Put him in with your brother.
It's the brother who they've got locked up, which is pretty messed up.
What the hell are you doing at the bottom of a well?
Don't ask me.
See, guys, wishes do come true.
Wow. They're not helping immediately, which goes to say a lot about who they are as people.
Come on, let me out.
Oh no. He's just not mentally disturbed. He's got a lot of physical deformities as well.
Get out of there. I'm the oldest, so I'll call the shots.
We've got a chance.
Chance at what, Mikey? Getting killed?
Goonies never say die.
Yeah, she's not part of the gang technically.
You Goonies!
If she wasn't part of the gang then, she is now. He's been strong enough to break through the entire time. I can see where the screenwriter Chris Columbus got all these ideas for booby traps. He used them later in the Home Alone films.
Law.
Oh man, they're forming an unlikely friendship. He likes him, but he's chunk scared.
Huh? Sorry.
Brolin.
Fix, Mikey, fix! We got it! We got it!
Just like the contraption they made earlier in the film. Oh man, that was close.
And I want to report a murder.
Wait a minute. Yeah, like the time you told me about the 50 Iranian terrorists who took over all the Sizzler steakhouses in the city?
Rod, get back here.
How many stories did he make up? Every character has some.
Lawrence?
Wait, what? Oh no, she kissed the wrong brother.
What are you, crazy? They're here!
That's definitely the way to the treasure.
Slick shoes, are you crazy? Data!
Another one of his inventions. Holy crap. Slapstick humor. can't believe I'm over 30 and I still find this funny. It just goes to show how immature I am, probably. Why am I not surprised at all?
Play the tune as each note is said.
Where did the boxing glove come from? This must have been a really fun day on set. Going down water slides all day. I can only imagine. I really hope there's a making of this film. It's almost like an Indiana Jones film, but with kids and set in America instead of exotic places.
Wow.
They found the ship! And the music is beautiful too. And this set is so detailed and beautiful. Holy crap, they found it. They found it.
One-eyed Willie.
Instead of them going crazy for the treasure, Donner took the time for us to see Mikey appreciate the entire journey.
That.
What?
That's Willie's. Save that for Willie. Anything else? We can leave a trail of jewels into one cave. And then we can hide out in another. And when the Fratellis go into that cave, then we can make a run for it.
Now that sounds like a great idea.
Too late.
Outside!
Bumbling idiots.
Fine, Smarty. It's five. I can't swim. Yeah, we'll play pirates. Now walk the plank.
They're literally making them walk the plank. Oh no, they're tied up. It's Slaw and Chunk. And the triumphant music is in.
Captain Chunk!
Oh, they're gonna try and tie him up again. And another Donner film referenced with the music.
I only dropped you once.
We can't go. We can't leave all that gold. That's our future.
That was a booby trap. And that was so smart of Mikey not to go for his money. Must be somebody's birthday. Oh, it's probably not somebody's birthday. It's our National Victory Day in our country. And it's 12 a.m. so they're all playing with firecrackers. These pirates really rigged up the place before they died. With so much booby traps and contraptions.
You're gonna live with me now. Oh, I love you, Spawn. We don't have to leave the Goonies.
What happened out there? Were your lives in danger?
Now the reporters are interested. Wow. The music is beautiful, so is the scenery. And this is also a beautiful shot of all of them together. That was such a fun movie. Okay, so I took some time to collect my thoughts. That was such a fun film. I thought, like Poltergeist, Spielberg would outshine both Donner and Chris Columbus, but I'm glad to be wrong. The Goonies had the heart of a Spielberg film, the storytelling and gags of Columbus, and the lighthearted touch of Donner. It was really the perfect collaboration between the three. The strong points of the film were the excellent writing and the characters, the numerous gags, and the lighthearted moments and the music. The filmmaking itself, like the cinematography and editing, they were pretty good, but I don't think it would win any awards for that. Let's get right into it with the directing by Richard Donner, story by Steven Spielberg, and the screenplay by Chris Columbus. They start the story off by introducing us to the antagonists of the film first and not the protagonists. This was an interesting choice by them since it sets up an immediate threat in the minds of the audience even before anything positive is said or shown. The antagonists are the incompetent Fratelli crime family. The mother, the matriarch, was in charge of the gang, and the two of the three brothers, they were dim-witted and actively helping the mother. It reminded me a lot of Chris Columbus's own film, Home Alone, where I could see a lot of parallels between the brothers and Harry and Lloyd from Home Alone. Both pairs were dim-witted bad guys. The third brother, Sloth, was shown to be mentally and physically disabled and sadly chained to a wall. The Goonies, consisting of four boys, Mikey, Chunk, Mouth, and Data, and Mikey's older brother, Brand to some extent, find a treasure map and decide to go look for the treasure as it might be the last night they spent together. It's explained that a development company wants to buy out the land and build a golf course over it, if I remember correctly. The running gags like Mother Fratelli's repeated slapping of his two sons, Data's gadgets, Chunk's fear, and Mouth's constant one-liners really elevated the film from good to great. At no point I felt bored or felt like any of the scenes were overdone at all. Another thing I noted was the names of the kids were very appropriate and easy to remember. By the time they find the treasure, the Fratellis catch up to them and take all their loot. However, at the last possible moment, Chuck and Sloth come to the rescue as they had been tied up and locked in a room together. Sloth finally turns on his family and lets the Goonies escape. And lastly, after the Fratellis are caught, just as they're about to sign their property off, a single bag of jewels is found in Mikey's clothing. Thus, they don't have to leave or move away, and the story ends on a very happy note. The music in the film was great. Unfortunately, I couldn't pay too much attention to it since I was so invested in the story. What I did note, though, were the James Bond, Indiana Jones, and Superman themes and inspired music, which really evoked a sense of wonder and adventure, which the entire theme of the film was in the first place. Sean Astin played Mikey, the boy with the plan and the sense of adventure. He was convinced that the treasure not only existed, but he wanted to go find it to help his family so they did not have to move out of the town. Sean Astin showed a surprising amount of depth in his performance for his age, especially in the final act of the film where he found the treasure and was talking to the long dead One-Eyed Willie. The entire town owes him a lot of gratitude because without him and his belief and his sense of adventure, everybody would have probably been gone in the next couple of days. Josh Brolin played Brand, Mikey's older brother. At first, I thought his character was going to be a secondary antagonist when the boys tied him up before running off to their adventure. But nope, he was just curious. He was just as curious as the rest of them. And I guess that's why he was a member of the Goonies too. Brolin was also very good in his role as the oldest and possibly the most mature one of the bunch. His small side story with Andy was really fun to watch as well. Jeff Cohen played Chunk. Cohen was wonderful in his role as Chunk. I don't think I've seen that actor in any role before or since. He played the overweight kid that everyone picked on, but with a lot of love. He was essential to the plot because it was him and Sloth who rescues everyone at the end. So without his and Sloth's friendship, the Fratellis would probably have killed everyone and gotten away with all that treasure. I just loved how every single character in this film had their part, well defined, and very well written. It goes to show how well the story was structured and conceived. It was really great. Corey Feldman played Mouth, the aptly named loudmouth of the group. He was shown to be a little more mature than the rest of the bunch, frequently aligning with Brand, but his loudmouth was really what drove the plot forwards. He was the only person out of the group to speak Spanish, which allowed them to track the treasure itself. Feldman was a fantastic child actor who I wish made more films later in his career. since I really enjoyed his performance both here and in Stand By Me. I don't have any outright criticism of the film, really. Maybe the character Troy, who was trying to court Andy, could have been written a little better, because we really didn't get to see a conclusion or an ending to that particular character. But apart from that, no complaints overall. Overall, this film was definitely a film I'll be rewatching and revisiting every couple of years. Films with this sense of adventure are far and few between nowadays. It is really a cult classic, and I highly recommend it from my end. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron. Subscribe to the channel. Like if you liked this video. Dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.